Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Kill Team Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Casa the Geek, where I will be fighting a 125-point kill team battle between my Genestealer Cult and Taylor's Dark Eldar, or Drukhari, depending upon how you're feeling. So, the story that we've got going on here is that both of these forces were being held in stasis upon a Deathwatch ship that was traveling through the warp, transporting these specimens for an Inquisitor to investigate further. But as they were traveling through the warp, they had a problem and were basically just dropped out of the warp. And in doing so, it shut down all the systems, including all of the stasis systems that they had in place on the ship to try to keeping all of the different various xenos species that they were transporting. So while the actual Deathwatch are fighting against the rampaging Orks that are now going through the rest of the ship, these two forces have decided to make their way into the hold of the ship to try to get to the Deathwatch flyer to try to make their way off of the ship to escape. But when they both arrive into the hold, they realize that either force is both trying to get this, so they realize that it's going to come to blows between them to see who can escape and who will be stuck here on the ship. So that's the story that we've got going on here. The mission that we're going to be playing is a little bit of a mix. It's going to be kind of interesting. Made it up. Essentially, we're going to be trying to kill each other. So it's going to be, if you kill the leader, you get yourself 3 points. If you kill a specialist, you get yourself 2 points. If you kill another regular dude bro, you get yourself 1 point. And then at the end of the game, however many models that you have on or next to the ship here, you get an additional point for that. So you've got to try to run to the middle to try to get positioning here, but at the same time trying to kill the enemy that is also trying to get there into the middle. So that is the story, and that is the mission. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the two kill teams that are going to be fighting it out. So for the Genestealer Cult, my kill team will consist of, from left to right here, my leader, who is a acolyte leader. We then have my combat specialist, who's an acolyte fighter with a heavy rock saw. We have an aberrant with a pick, who will be my zealot specialist. We have a neophyte gunner with a heavy stubber, who will be my heavy specialist. We then have two more acolytes. We have 3 neophytes. We have another aberrant, another acolyte fighter with a heavy rock saw, and 2 pure strains. And for the Dark Eldar, from left to right here, we have the leader, who is a Hecatrix with an agonizer and splinter pistol. We have a combat specialist with hydra gauntlets. We have a veteran specialist with razor flail. We have a zealot specialist with shard net and impaler. And then we have 10 witches with Hecatari blades and splinter pistols. All right, so those are the kill teams going over deployment. I've got my combat specialist on this side, along with the regular aberrant, along with a neophyte, an acolyte, and a pure strain. I then have another neophyte up on top here. My neophyte gunner heavy is up over here. I then have my leader back here, along with a neophyte, an acolyte fighter, an acolyte. I've got my zealot specialist aberrant, and a pure strain. Going over deployment here for the Dark Eldar, he's got his zealot specialist up front here, along with 2 witches. We've got the leader back over here. We've got the combat specialist and the veteran specialist right there. Everybody else is along there, all of the witches. So that is deployment. As of right now, nobody knows who's going first because we have to roll for that. So here we go. We're going to roll off to you his initiative going into turn 1. I rolled an 8, my opponent rolled a 5, so we will come back to you after movement phase for the Genestealer Cult. All right, movement phase for the Genestealer Cult. I had 2 guys, this guy and this guy, that got their cult ambush ability to be able to move before the game. That was it. Everyone else failed it, or couldn't do it like a pure strain. But then a whole lot of people advanced. So he advanced. These guys all advanced up over here. I had some really good advance rolls, like really good advance rolls. He moved down from over here. He readied himself. He moved. He advanced. These guys advanced. And that was it. So that's it for the movement phase for the Genestealer Cult here on turn 1. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Eldar on turn 1. All right, so Dark Eldar movement phase here. These guys over here advanced up. These guys all just did their regular moves up. he advanced up over this way. The leader and his veteran specialist moved up behind over this way. And now these three are going to make some charges. So who do you want to start with first?
Go with the Zealot.
All right, the Zealot is going to charge into my Pure Strain over here. I'm looking for an 11-inch charge. I got no Overwatch, so why not? 4 inches will not make it.
Yep.
Now the Combat Specialist is going to charge into my Combat Specialist over here. So I'm going to roll Pistol for Overwatch, looking for a 6. Nope, no hit there. So his charge distance, 7 will not make it. And he did do his movement straight over there towards him over there. So he's right there. And then this guy over here is going to do the same thing into him. Do not get a hit on the Overwatch. Charge distance, 10 inches might make it. Just out, need an 11-inch charge. And then he moved right there, right in front of him. So just out of combat range, but right there. All right, so into the shooting phase, we'll start with my readied guy first. So he is going to fire the heavy stubber into the Combat Specialist over here. So 3 shots. He's within half range, but obscured. So it's going to be hitting on 5s. Getting no hits. And then this guy over here is going to start us off in the regular shooting phase into the Combat Specialist. 2 shots, hitting on 5s. Getting 1 hit because he's obscured. Strength 3, toughness 3, or
4,
toughness 4. Okay, because of the combat drugs that he rolled there, they're +1 toughness. So toughness 4, looking for a 5 to wound. Oh, with that filled face, that's a wound. Regular save.
6 up and then 6 up.
6 up regular save, and then a 6 up feel no pain. No on the save, then a feel no pain. No! So injury roll here, looking for a 4+. Oh, but wait, he's within an inch of there, so of terrain that's between him, so it's -1, which makes that a 3. So actually I needed a 5+ for him to go. Oh, I'm gonna spend a CP to reroll this. Yeah, into it too. So he still takes a flesh wound. All right, now his witch over here is going to fire into my acolyte fighter over here within 6 inches. So that's half range, but -1 to hit for obscurement. So looking for a 4. No hit. And then this guy over here is just in 12 of this witch over here. So he's going to fire into them. -1 because of obscurement. So looking for a 5 to hit. Getting 1 hit. Looking for a 5 to wound. No wound. And then this witch over here is going to fire into my dude bro. Looking for a 4 to hit because of obscurement. That is a hit. Strength
4 up.
Oh, 4 up poison. No wound. Then he's going to return the favor with his auto pistol. That is not a hit because of obscurement. And then this guy over here is going to fire his pistol into my Combat Specialist outside of half and obscured, so looking for 5s to hit. No hit. And then this guy over here is going to fire into the Combat Specialist. 2 shots hitting on 5s because of obscurement. No hits. And then this guy over here is going to fire into my Combat Specialist, looking for a 5. No hit. And this guy over here is going to fire into my Aberrant. 5s to hit. No hit. And then this guy is going to go into my Pure Strain over there, hitting on a 5. No hit. All right, so that's the end of turn 1 there, because there's no fight phase to go into, and all our shooting is just done. No morale test to take here. He's the only one with a flesh wound, and he's got 2 buddies next to him. Leadership 7, nobody out. Ain't going to fail that one. So we're going to now roll for initiative going into turn 2. I rolled a 4. My opponent rolled a 3, so we will come back to you after movement phase for the Genestealer Cult. All right, movement phase for the Genestealer Cult. All 3 of my neophytes plus my neophyte gunner ready themselves, and everyone else is going to charge because that's what they do. So we're going to start off with my Combat Specialist charging into these 3 witches over here. So we got Overwatch. You may as well, because they're all 1 shot each. Yeah. Well, they're 1 shot each. But I guess they can all, we can roll it together because we just make sure that we do an injury roll for each of them if it comes down to it. So here we go. So we got, because they've only got 1 wound, so it doesn't make a difference, yeah. So here we go. No hits there in the Overwatch. So his charge distance, don't know why I'm throwing 3 dice there. 10 inches is way in. And then my other acolyte fighter over here is going to charge into these 3 witches over on this side. So we've got 1 that's engaged there. The Combat Specialist is not. So it's going to be two shot. 1. Oh, 1, because the Combat Specialist doesn't have a weapon to fire Overwatch. Nope, no hit there. His charge distance. 5 inches might get him in. Now my Pure Strain is going to declare a charge against these 2 witches over here. So this one will get to fire. Ooh, gets a hit there. Poison 4 up. Hey, there you go. 5 up invul save. No, failed that one. So injury roll here.
5 up.
5 up. No, takes a flesh wound. But his charge distance is in. So then my aberrant over here is going to charge into, may as well charge into all of them. 4 inches might get him in. Yep, he gets in over there. And then this guy's going to charge in as well. He's in. So now this guy over here is going to charge into his guy there. No line of sight there. And 7 inches will get him in. And my pure strain is going to do the same thing. And he is in with 6 inches. And now my aberrant is going to charge into these 2 guys over here. So Overwatch from the one guy that can see him. Does not get a hit. His charge distance, 8 inches will get him in. All right, so now into the Dark Eldar movement phase. He is going to charge into both these guys. He's just inside the container over there. That's going to be in. And then he's going to charge into the pure strain over here. Oh yeah, he's in. Now his veteran specialist is going to charge into my zealot specialist over here. Get in with 8. And now the zealot specialist is going to charge into my combat specialist over here. 3 inches will not make it in. Re-rolling failed charges because of, what is it? Power from pain?
Eager to flee, yeah.
Eager to flee, which is the power from pain. So getting to re-roll it. There you go, that's way in. Woo. All right, so shooting phase is over because no one can see anyone who's not engaged since like he's got everyone except for 1 engaged, and then I've got mine all the way over here. So nobody's shooting anybody right now. So we're going to move into the fight phase, at which point my opponent is going to spend 2 CP for decisive strike to go first. So who are you going to strike at first? All right, so his zealot specialist is going to start off by attacking into my combat specialist over here. So she's going to have how many attacks here?
2, 3.
3 attacks?
4. Let's double check.
3, 4. 1 second. All right, so his cult that he's running there is going to have +1 attack on the charge or when they are charged. Plus the impaler is going to be +1 attack for the weapon there. So they are going to be having 4 attacks into me over here. These are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, getting all hits. Pretty good there. These are going to be strength what?
Strength user, so 3.
Strength 3, so looking for 4s to wound. Getting 1 wound. AP -1, so looking for a 6-up save. Show me that Filfers. Yeah, with the Filfers. Woo! All right, so now I'm going to activate at the beginning of the, into the Hammer of Wrath phase, into the chargers here. We're going to go with my Zealot Specialist first. He's going to put 2 attacks into the Veteran, and he's going to put 1 attack into the Witch over here. So we're going to do the 2 attacks into the Veteran. I'm running Pauper Princess, so I get to re-roll failed hits here. So these are going to be hitting on 3s into that Veteran there. Re-rolling failed hits. That's going to be 2 hits there. These are going to be strength. He's got Zealot Specialist, so strength +1, so strength 6. But they are tough 4 because of their combat drugs. So it's going to be looking for 3s to wound. That is going to be 1 wound. They've got a 4-up invul save. They make it. And then the 1 attack into the Witch over here. That is a hit. That is a wound. 4-up invul. No, that's going to go through. D3 damage. 3 damage. So 3 6-up feel no pains, or is that only against shooting? Or when was that? 1 second. All right, so 3 6-up feel no pains. No, don't make any of them. So he is triply dead there, or triply possibly dead. So 3 injury rolls dice here. And on those 3 5s, he is out of there. All right, so now this Witch over here is going to activate into my Pure Strain. He's just down inside there. He fits. It's just annoying to have to pick him in and out there. So we're just going to let it happen. So now he is going to attack in there. He's going to have 3 attacks, right?
4.
4 attacks?
2 base.
2 base.
1 for the weapon.
Oh, the Hecatari Blades give you +1 attack? Okay, so +1 for Hecatari Blades and then +1 because he charged. So he's going to be 4 attacks here, hitting on 3s. That's going to be 3 hits. These are going to be strength 3, so toughness 4, 5s to wound. No wounds. All right, so then my Acolyte over here is going to attack into his guy that charged into him over there. So it's going to be 2 attacks. These are going to be hitting on 3s. That is 2 hits. Strength 4, toughness 4, so 4s to wound. That is 2 wounds at AP -1. It doesn't make a difference. 4-up invul saves. Oh, and he makes them both. And then the cultist knife. That is a hit. That is a wound. 4 up invul. No, that goes through. 6 up, feel no pain. No, that goes through as well. Injury roll. Cultist knife with the fill face. And now the veteran's going to attack into my aberrant over here. So he's going to have, what are they going to have? They're going to have 4 attacks because it's +1 for the weapon, +1 for the charge, 2 base.
And he's re-rolling failed hits because of his weapon.
Okay, so he's re-rolling failed hits because of his weapon there. The razor, what is it, the razor flails? So here we go. Hitting on 3s. Re-rolling. Chose a good one to get the re-rolls, huh? Yeah. Into 2 hits. There you go. That's what definitive hits there. These are now going to be strength user.
Yeah.
So looking for 5s to wound. Getting 3 wounds. That's how you do that. What's the AP on these?
Razor flail -1.
AP -1. So it's going to be 3 6-up saves. Making none of them. So that's going to take him down to 0. Injury test here. On a 5, he's out. All right, so now my combat specialist is going to put 2 attacks into his zealot specialist, 1 attack into the other witch over there. So we're going to do the 2 attacks into the zealot specialist, hitting on 3s. Rerolling because of Pauper Princes. Okay, not meant to be there. This is going to be strength 8, so 2s to wound. That is a wound. AP, it doesn't make a difference. It's -4, for instance. 4 up invul. No, goes through. So that's 2 damage. So 2 6-up feel no pains.
6 up.
No, neither of those. So here we go. Injury roll. And on that 5, he's out. And then the 1 attack into the other witch here. That's a hit. That is not a wound. I'm going to spend a CP to re-roll that. That's a wound now. 4 up invul. No, that's going to go through. 2 6-up feel no pains. No, not enough. But only takes a flesh wound. And then my guy over here is going to put 1 attack into the combat specialist, 1 attack into the other witch. So we're going to go the 1 into the combat specialist. That's a hit. That is a wound. 4 up invul. No, goes through. 2 6-up feel no pains. No. +1 to these injury rolls. And on that, he's out. And then the 1 attack into the witch over here. That's a hit. That's a wound.
4 up.
No, not enough. 6-up, feel no pains.
2.
Yes, 2 of them, please. No. And with that fill face, he's out. Now my acolyte over here is going to attack into the witch in front of him there. That's going to be 1 hit, re-rolling because of Pauper Princes, into 2 hits. That is going to be strength 4, toughness 4. Nope, no wounds there. So now the cultist knife does not hit, but re-rolling into a hit. That is a wound. 4 up invul. No, that's going to go through. 1, feel no pain. 6 up.
6 up, big money.
Big money. Oh, good to go. So now my pure strain is going to put all the attacks into this witch over here. 3 attacks. These are going to be hitting on 4s because he is flesh wounded. It does not get the benefit of the Pauper Princes because he's a pure strain. So 1 hit. That is a strength 4, toughness 4. So 4 to wound. That is a fill face. That would be AP -4, but you don't care about that with a 4 up invul save. No, 1, feel no pain. No, it's going to go through. Is he out? With a 3, takes a flesh wound. And then my aberrant's going to attack into the witch over here. That's going to be 2 hits. That is going to be not wounds because he's tough 4. So that's just enough to not get any wounds. And then my pure strain over here is going to put 2 attacks into this witch and 1 into this witch. Which witch? That witch. So here we go. The 2 attacks into the center one there. Does not get to reroll because it is a pure strain. And then the other one does get a hit. Does get a wound. Don't care about the AP. It does not make it. Just 1 feel of pain. No. And out. All right, so now this witch over here is going to put 3 attacks into the pure strain and 1 attack into the acolyte because they get the same benefit because they were charged. So their cult ability is charged or were charged, and then plus the Hecatrix blade there. So 3 into the pure strain. We'll go with that one first. That's going to be 2 hits. These are now going to be strength 3. Yep. So strength 3, toughness 4. So 5s to wound. Getting 1 wound. 5 up invul save. No, that's going to go through. Injury roll. 1 takes a flesh wound. And then the 1 attack into that dude bro over there.
3.
3 to hit. No hit. All right, and this witch over here is going to pick all the attacks into the combat specialist there, hitting on 4s because of the flesh wound. That is going to be 1 hit. Wounding on 4 because strength 3, toughness 3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, neophytes and acolytes. So that is a wound. AP, no AP, so looking for a 5 up armor save. Oh, just misses it there. So injury roll. Dude, he's out. So now his witch over here is going to put all 4 attacks into my aberrant over here. So 4 attacks hitting on 3s because he's ready to go. No flesh wound there. So that's going to be 3 hits. These are going to be strength 3, so looking for 5s to wound. No wounds. And then this guy over here into the pure strain, 4 attacks. These are going to be hitting on 4s though because he's got the flesh wound over there. So it's going to be 2 hits.
1 hit.
Oh, 1 hit. 1 hit there. And then looking for a 5 to wound. No. Alrighty, so that is going to be it for the turn 2 here. We do have some morale tests to take care of here. So we're going to start with break tests for the Dark Eldar here because he lost 6 and then he's got 2 others that have flesh wounds. So break test here, looking for 8 or less. Ooh, that was close. I saw that 5 and it made me nervous. But good to go on the break test. We do have some nerve tests to take because we do have flesh wounds over here. So this guy over here is going to have 6. What's his leadership? 7. So on a roll of a 1, you're good to go.
1 and up.
1 or nothing. No, on the 2, just enough to send him into shock over here. And then he's going to have the same thing over there. And on a 2 again. Ooh, 1 second. Actually, it turns out they are both just within 2 inches of this dude row over here, meaning that those 2s went to 8s, which is what they needed. So they're down to 7s. So they're good to go. Both of them are good to go with those 2s. That's pretty spectacular roll in there. And totally planned on the positioning of those guys within just within 2 inches over there. So yeah. So that was a pretty crazy turn there. But brutal but fun. That was cool. All right, so now we are going to roll to see who will have initiative going into turn 3. Rolling a 7 to a 9. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Eldar. All right, so into the movement phase, this guy over here is going to declare a charge against them and also them as safety backups, but really trying to get into them. So we'll do Overwatch with the neophyte first with the autogun. No, negative no there. And then a pistol from the acolyte leader. Okay, apparently I am not meant to get any Overwatch shots here, but needs an 11-inch charge to get into them. Anything less, and we'll be looking into those guys. Oh, that was close with that, but I think it's just going to be enough to get into them. All right, so now his veteran specialist is going to charge into my aberrant and into my neophyte over there, so he can make his choice if he rolls high enough. Getting with an 8-inch, which should be getting him into at least one of those guys. And now the leader is going to charge into my neophyte fighter over here. 8 inches probably makes it in. And then this witch over here is going to try to charge into this guy over here. And he's in. All right, so into the movement phase for the Genestealer Cult. My heavy gunner advanced down over this way. This guy advanced up over this way. He just moved up over this way onto there. And then we're going to have some charges. So my neophyte here is going to charge into his witch over on this side. And he's in with that. And then my leader is going to charge into his witch over there. Makes it with a 9-inch charge. All right, so into the shooting phase. His witch over here is going to fire into my acolyte over there. So it's going to have 3 hitting on 3s with the 1 shot with the splinter pistol. That is a hit. Poison 4 up. No. And then he's going to shoot right back into his face there with his auto pistol. That does hit with a fill phase. That doesn't wound with a 4 because it's strength 3, toughness 4. And then this witch here is going to fire into my fighter over there, hitting on a 4 because of the flesh wound. That's a hit.
That'll do it. 4 up.
That's a wound. No AP. That's not a save though. Here comes the injury roll. No, takes a flesh wound.
I plink it down.
All right, and then this guy over here is going to fire into the aberrant. Hitting on a 4. Oh, no, 3, because he's not flesh wounded. That's going to hit, though, with that 6.
This is a 4.
This is a 4. In there with a 5. No AP, so looking for a 5-up save. Yeah, with the filfers. Woo!
That's a 4.
And then this guy over here is going to fire into my pure strain. He's hitting on a 4, though, because of that. No, not going to hit. All right, so into the fight phase. I spent 2 CP for decisive strike, and I'm going to have my Acolyte Fighter here attacking into his leader there. So I've got 2 attacks. These are going to be hitting on 4s because of the flesh wound. Re-rolling because he was charged this turn. Into another hit, so that's 2 hits. Wounding on 2s. That is 2 wounds. AP, it doesn't make a difference because they got the 4-up invul saves. No, failed that one. 2 6-up in feel no pains. Ignoring wounds or whatever. No! So is the leader going to be out of action here? Because they only got 2 wounds, right? Or 1 wound, so even then. So, and on the 4, out of action. All right, so now his veteran specialist here is going to attack into my aberrant over here. So he's got 4 attacks because he charged. Hitting on 3s because he does not have a flesh wound.
2s.
Oh, hitting on 2s. They're +1 to hit now in this turn.
Add 1 to hit rolls.
Oh, add 1 to hit rolls from pleasure from pain. Or power from pain, not pleasure. Hey now. Hey, 99. So that's going to be all hits now because of that. These are strength user. So it's going to be looking for 5s to wound. That's going to be 2 wounds. What's the damage on those?
-1 at 1 damage.
1 damage apiece, AP -1. So we've got 2 6-up saves. Showing them Filfacers. Do it. Filfacers. Yeah, with the 1. So he's still alive with 1 wound left. And now my leader is going to attack because of the Hammer Wrath phase. 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. That is going to be all hits. These are going to be wounding on 4s. That is going to be 1 wound. 4-up invul save. That's good to go. And then we got the Cultist Knife attack. That's a hit. That is a wound. That is a save. And then this witch over here, charge is going to attack into the Neophyte. 4 attacks because of having charged / being charged. Hitting on 2s again because of power from pain. That is going to be all hits. Pretty good there. Strength 3, toughness 3, 4s to wound. That is 1 wound. AP nothing on the Hecatrix blade. So looking for a 5-up save. No, that's going to go through. So injury roll here. And on a 2 takes a flesh wound. And then he's going to attack back into him. That is not a hit. Rerolling because of the Pauper Princes. Into a hit. That's not a wound though. And then his charger over here is going to put every attack into my leader. So 4 attacks hitting on 2s. Oof, that is going to be 1 hit. This is going to be strength 3, so 4s to wound. No wound. Going to spend a CP to re-roll that one. He's disappointed in all his rolls. There you go. Getting that one. Looking for a 5-up armor save. No, don't make it. Injury roll.
Oh, big money.
No, back into the 1s. And then into the regular fight phase, his guy here is going to attack into my aberrant. So this is going to be, did not charge, so 3 attacks, right?
Correct.
Yes. So, yeah, and I did not charge you either.
So still hitting on 2s.
Still hitting on 2s, though, from power from pain. So that's going to be 2 hits. These are going to be wounding on 5s, strength 3. That is going to be 1 wound there. Looking for that 5-up save. No, that's going to go through, and that's going to take him down to 0 wounds. So the injury roll. On a 4, he's out. And now my Neophyte over here is going to attack into his other witch over there. This is going to be hitting on 3s. That is going to be 2 hits, wounding on 4s because they're tough 4. That is going to be no wounds. So then we've got the Cultist Knife. That's a hit. No. And then his witch over here is going to attack into my Pure Strain. So it's going to be 3 attacks. These are going to be hitting on 2s. That's going to be all hits. Here we go. Wounding on 5s because it's tough 4. No wounds. And then my Pure Strain here is going to attack into his witch over there. 3 attacks hitting on 4s because of that flesh wound. No. All right, this witch here is going to attack into my Acolyte Fighter there. So it's going to be 3 attacks hitting on 3s because of the flesh wound, but +1 because of the power from pain. Getting 1 hit there. That was. And not a wound. Ooh, no, not a wound, because they're tough, strength 3, so it would have needed a 4. And then my pure strength is going to put all his attacks into the other witch over there. So it's going to be 3 attacks, hitting on 4s because he's flesh wounded. That is going to be 1 hit, wounding on a 4, strength 4, toughness 4. That is a wound. 4 up invul save. No. 6 up feel no pain. No. Injury roll. You're out with a fill phase. And then this guy over here is going to attack into my pure strain. 3 attacks hitting on 3s because of all the different stuff. So that's going to be 3 hits. These are going to be wounding on 5s. That's right, 5s. No wounds. All right, then my Acolyte's going to put everything into this witch over here. So 2 attacks hitting on 3s. Getting 1 hit, does not get to reroll because, he did get charged, so we do get to reroll for Pauper Princes. Nope, doesn't make a difference. And then wounding on strength 4, toughness 4, so needed a 4 to wound, so nothing there. Then we've got the Cultist Knife Attack, getting to reroll because of Pauper Princes, into a hit, into a wound, 4 up invul save. No, that's not going to be good. 6 up feel no pain. No, injury roll. No, flesh wound. Alrighty, so that's going to be the end of the turn. We do have some morale tests to take here, so I've got my, I have to roll to see if I'm broken, and my opponent also has to see if he's broken. So we're going to roll that first. Let's see if I'm broken. On a 4, I'm good to go. My opponent's looking for an 8 or lower. I was looking for a 9 with it. 7 or lower? Oh, because the Hecatrix is dead. No, so he will be broken. So he'll be taking morale test or shock test for everybody here. So you have how many people out of action? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you're looking for 1s basically across the board for all these guys here. So why don't we do that then? So we'll start over here. Sounds good. Looking for a 1. No, he's gonna be shocked. We'll go with your veteran specialist here. He's also gonna be shocked. This guy over here. Oop. Nope. And then the one in the middle there. Also nope. This one over here. Oof. And then this guy back over here. Oh man, that is rough. Everyone is going to be shaken for their team there. I do have some leadership tests to take myself. I can't fail actually with him because I've got only 3 guys out. Him I can fail. I've got 7, so it's 3 plus 1 is good to go. And on this guy over here, 6 is going to be shaken, so he's going to be shaken. And then I've got my leader over there. 4 plus 3 is 7, good to go. And then he can't fail. He's got 9. All right, so now let's roll to see if the game goes on to a turn 5, because that was the end of turn 4, right? We had turn 1, we looked up. Turn 2 was everything died. Oh, that was turn 3. That's right. So we're going into turn 4 now. So we'll roll for initiative for that. My opponent will go first, but he's shaking with everyone, so it doesn't really make a difference. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Genestealer Cult. All right, movement phase for the Genestealer Cult. Everyone that was in combat stayed in combat. This guy just charged in here. It was like a 1-inch charge to get in over there, and he can't fire Overwatch because he's engaged. And then these guys just moved around so they could all get line of sights with this one guy that is out of combat over here. So that's going to be it for that. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so we're going to start off with my heavy specialist firing into him. 3 shots. Ignores the movement penalty with a heavy weapon because of being a heavy. And then he's going to be firing into him here. So he's going to be hitting on 5s, though, because he is obscured. Getting 2 hits. Looking for 4s to wound. Getting 1 wound. Regular save, 6 up save, right? No AP. No, feel no pain, 1 damage. No, injury roll. And a 1, he takes a flesh wound. And then this guy is going to shoot into him. That's going to be 1 hit. That's going to be no wound because he's tough 4. And then we'll do the other guy over there doing the same thing. That's going to be no hits because he's -1 because of obscurement. So then he's going to fire his pistol. That's a hit. That is a wound. No, 6 up because it's the shooting phase. No, 6 up again. No. Injury roll. No. And then the Acolyte's going to fire into him. That's not a hit. And then he's going to fire into him. That is a hit. That is not a wound, though. And then my leader is going to fire into him. Not a hit. And then my Acolyte over there is not going to get a hit. All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. We'll come back to you with the fight phase. All right, so then the Hammer of Wrath phase, he's going to attack into him over here. That's going to be 1 hit, re-rolling because of Pauper Princess since he charged. That's 2 hits. That is going to be no wounds there, but we are going to roll with the Cultist Knife. That is a hit and a wound. 4-up invul save. Good to go. All right, and then the rest of the guys are going to attack in. He's going to attack with his 3 attacks. That is going to be 2 hits. There's no wounds there. And then my leader is going to get no hits there because he's... Oh, I got 1 more attack. So still getting no hits there. And then the Cultist Knife does get a hit. Doesn't get a wound. And then he's going to attack over here. Getting 1 hit there because he's got a flesh wound. That is not going to be a wound. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll it. Into a wound there. 4-up invul save. No. So he's got 2 6-up feel no pains. No, does not make him. +1 to the injury roll. Yeah, he's out. Now my pure strain is going to, he's going to attack into him over here. That is going to be 2 hits. These are going to be looking for 4s to wound. No, no wounds. And then my Neophyte is going to attack into his dude bro here. That is not going to be a hit. And then my Acolyte is going to attack into this guy over here. That's going to be, he does not have a flesh wound, so that's going to be 2 hits. That's going to be no wounds. Cultist Knife attack. Not a hit and did not get charged, so nothing there. Man, we had a chance here, but we didn't take advantage of it. So that is going to be it. I still have to roll to see if I am broken because I've still got all those guys out. So at the end of the phase, with a 10, I am broken. Oh no, this is crazy town. All right, so no, you're broken. You're just broken. So everyone's still going to have to take the test, and we'll see what happens from there. But now we're going to take. We'll start with me. May as well over here. So he cannot fail his nerve test. Because of the 3 people being out. My Neophyte can absolutely fail his nerve test. On a 6, he will. Oh, he couldn't have attacked before. Oh man, I messed up with him totally. Really sorry about that. Glad he didn't. Did he? He did do a flesh wound, didn't he? No.
No, that was
with his shooting. Oh, was it? Yeah, but it was with his shooting. So he doesn't have this flesh wound over here. So because I messed up with that completely. So yeah, he's shook again. Then I've got my Neophyte over here. On a 6, he's going to be shook. My Neophyte over here. Shook. My heavy weapons guy. Shook. Come on, stop it. And then this guy over here is good to go. There we go. Neophyte's good. This guy over here is good to go with that 3. And my leader over here on a 4 is good to go. My pure string cannot fail. And that guy over there has 2 guys within, well, let's see. We have to wear it 6, 7, 8, 9. But I think he's got the 2 guys that are within range there, so he should be good to go. So that is going to be it for mine. So yeah, so what was it? He was fine, but he's shook and he's shook. And these 2, oh yeah, these 2 guys are shook. And then the rest are going to be fine. So now let's go over your guys. So we'll start over here. I think, well, 1 second. All right, so then to the Dark Eldar making their rolls. He's going to spend 1 CP to have him auto pass with Insane Bravery. And then we're going to start rolling. We'll start from back over here. Basically looking for 1s on all these guys. Does get it on him. Good to go. This guy over here is not. He's going to be shook. This guy back over here is also going to be shook. This guy auto pass. And then this guy over here is going to be shook as well. So, no, this guy and that guy are going to be good to go. So that's going to be it for the morale phase. But now, that was the end of turn 4. So now we have to roll to see if it even goes on to a turn 5.
4-up?
On a 4, on a 3-up. 3-up. 3-up, it goes in turn 5. All right, so now we'll roll for initiative. I rolled a 9, roll a 5. So we'll come back to you after movement phase. All right, super easy. He just moved up against the ship over there. Everyone else stayed in combat, and these guys are shook, so they can't do anything, as are these guys. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Eldar. And then his movement phase, he's going to stay in combat with his guys. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so into the shooting phase, he's going to shoot him with his pistol. Does not get a hit. And then his guy over here is going to shoot him with his pistol. Does get, oh no, it does not get a hit. Oh, yes, does get a hit because it's, oh no, it's 2-up weapon skill, not ballistic skill. So yeah, he does not get a hit. And then my leader's going to shoot into his Dubro there with a hit. That is a wound.
6 up.
6 up. No, 6 up again. No. And a 3, he takes a flesh wound. And then my other acolyte's going to shoot into him. Does get a hit. Does not get a wound. All right, so starting us off, he's going to attack over here in the fight phase. I'm going to go hitting on 4s because of flesh wound. No rerolls because nobody charged. Not getting a hit.
Yeah.
So then this guy here is going to activate into my Pure Strain. So looking for 3 attacks, looking for 3s because it's +1, -1. So that's going to be 1 hit.
5.
Looking for 5 to wound. No wound. And then my Pure Strain is going to attack him back. Not getting any hits because of his flesh wound. And then his Veteran Specialist is going to attack into me over here. So he's going to have his 3 attacks here, hitting on 3s, +1, -1, re-rolling because of his weapon. Re-rolling because of that weapon. There you go, getting 2 hits. Strength, what is it? Strength user, so 3, so looking for 4s to wound. Getting 2 wounds, AP -1, so 6 up saves. No, I failed it. 1 wound, 1 damage each, so injury rolls 1. 3 + 1 is 4. He's out because he's got that flesh wound. And then my Pure Strain is going to start us off over there. Getting no hits. My leader is going to have 3 attacks. Getting 2 hits. Getting 1 wound. Oh no, yes, 1 wound because he's tough 4. Does not make the save. 1 damage, so 6 up. No. And on 5, he is out. All right, so that's it for the fight phase. We're both broken, so we're going to have to do all our shenanigans with our CP and stuff. So I'm actually going to spend 1 CP to make this guy auto pass. And I imagine you want to spend 1 CP for, do you want him to auto pass or do you want someone who's locked in combat to auto pass? What are you feeling? We'll come back to that. And then my opponent's going to spend 1 CP for his guy over here to auto pass. So now we're going to start doing some morale tests here. We'll start with my guy over here because I got 4 guys out of action now, so he can possibly fail. And on 2 though, he's good to go. My neophyte over here, 4 + 4 is 8, so he is shooketh. This guy over here, 4 + 4 + 4, 8. He's actually good because he's be base 7 and he's going to get +1 for that guy. But he is going to fail with his 6 there because that comes to a 10. +1 is not going to get him to the 7 that he needs. My neophyte over here is good to go because of the guy over here. And then this guy, heavy guy, is good. The other neophyte is not good. Then my leader, I spent the 1 CP for him. For him to auto pass. So my leader, +1 is good. My Pure Strain on 4 + 4 is 8. He's good to go. And then my other acolyte over there on 5 is even +1 would be 4, 9 becomes 8. Yeah. So he's also going to be shooketh. So that's going to be that. So let's roll. Have you roll again. And on a 4 +, oh yeah, we do your leadership. So you've auto passed on this guy. So let's start back over here. So looking for a 1. Nope, nothing there. The next guy is also not going to make it, and the other guy is also not going to make it. So he's got the 1 guy who's going to be able to act. But now let's roll to see if it's even. Oh yes, I'll roll. Sounds good. So on a 4 +, we get to go on to a round, final round 6. Yep, no, that's it. That's the game. So we'll come back to you with the score. All right, so at the end of the game, I managed to kill 14 points worth of his army there. I got 3 points for the leader, 2 points for 2 specialists, and then I got killed an additional 7 guys, and then I got 1, 2 guys onto the plane there, and then my opponent managed to kill 6 points of my guys, 2 specialists plus 2 extra guys, and then he has 2 guys that are on the plane over here, bringing it to 16-8 for a victory for the Genestealer Cult. So the rest of these guys will wipe up the rest of the dark kin here, jump onto the ship, and then take off to go infest another planet somewhere, and have the Deathwatch come in here and find a whole bunch of xenos bodies all over the floor, wondering what the heck just happened. Yeah, so that was a fun game. I really liked it. It really forced everyone to like clamber towards the middle, and both of us were actually looking to get like really stuck in for combat. I think that first turn, my dice, went really well, and he couldn't quite get those 4-up invul saves against the stuff that he really needed there, and it kind of snowballed from there. But a ton of fun regardless. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I certainly have. I have been Phil the Glacial Geek. As always, my opponent's been Taylor. Until next time, have fun.